This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. For a long time, I have talked about the fealty to Donald Trump, the adherence to whatever suits him of Donald Trump from Republicans, and especially people like Kari Lake and Vivek Ramaswamy and Marjorie Taylor Greene. I believe there is efforts on their parts to ingratiate themselves to Donald Trump so obsequiously that they're trying to get into Donald Trump's good graces so he will pick them to be his vice presidential, to be on the ticket with him in 2024. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, this is what we're going to talk about today, obviously. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. She has denied this in the past. But now she's opened a window into the fact that it is in her consideration that she was asked by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, which is the major newspaper in Atlanta, from which I'm going to read. And she was asked about a Senate bid. And she goes, I don't know about a Senate bid, but here's VP. She talked about these things. Here is the title. Marjorie Taylor Greene blasts Kemp and floats VP Senate bids. Since Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis indicted former President Donald Trump for interfering in Georgia's 2020 election, U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene has been on the attack. The conservative firebrand has labeled the criminal prosecution of Trump and 18 others as a political vendetta and chastised the district attorney for ignoring more serious crimes in Atlanta. Most notably, she's like, well, why aren't they prosecuting rapists? Forgetting that Donald Trump is just that. On Tuesday, Greene spread her criticism to her fellow Republicans, most notably Governor Brian Kemp. On Tuesday, Kemp defended the state's voting system via social media in response to yet another false claim by Donald Trump that the 2020 election was rigged. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican of Rome, Georgia, compared Kemp's rebuke of Trump to standing with Willis and co-signing her investigation. Quote, his message should have been against this, not arguing with President Trump about the election and making it about his own ego and pride over Georgia's election, Greene said. That's a bad statement. I was very upset over it. Oh, boo-hoo, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Was it a bad statement that you were upset about? You fucking clod. Greene questioned whether Kemp's statements could erode his support among GOP voters in the future. She referenced Kemp's rumored 2026 U.S. Senate run. The governor is term limited in his current post and wouldn't rule out challenging him in a GOP primary for the Senate seat. Can you imagine? It would be a more ridiculous campaign than the one we just went through with Herschel Walker. Someone even more stupid than Herschel Walker running for that Senate seat. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Peachtree dish. Gazpacho. Jewish space lasers. A less than elementary level understanding of basic U.S. and world history. A conspiracy theory nutter. Quote, this is what she said about the run. Quote, I haven't made up my mind whether I will do that or not, she said. I have a lot of things to think about. Am I going to be part of President Trump's cabinet if he wins? Is it possible that I'll be vice president? Is it possible that Marjorie Taylor Greene could be vice president of the United States of America? One choking on a Big Mac away from the presidency itself. Republicans clamor and whine and complain and make jokes about Kamala Harris being one fall on the bike away from being the president. But they have no problem with Marjorie Taylor Greene? Can you imagine? Greene called serving as Trump's running mate an honor and something she would consider very, very heavily. She'd previously shunned suggestion that she'd join Trump on the GOP's 2024 presidential ticket. What bizarro world is this that these are the shining stars in the Republican Party? And really, look, we like to tell our kids that you can be anything you want. If Marjorie Taylor Greene becomes vice president of the United States, or even on the ticket, it really is true that you can be anything you want to be. And I think Donald Trump would do it because he is appealing to the most radical elements of his base. And she most certainly represents those people. She is the most radical choice. I mean, short of like Laura Loomer or some wingnut. What's that tell you about the Republican Party? That there are more extreme elements than even Marjorie Taylor Greene. It really is. It is a scary prospect, the future of America, that this is the best the Republican Party has to offer. This is it. She's even in the conversation is a shocking, abominable situation. What do you think? As always, I invite your reflection and opinion. You can call and leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. If you appreciate what I do, my takes, my analysis, my tiredness, the stupid look on my face at any given moment, please consider supporting my work, helping produce the work on this channel. You can click the join button below, become a channel member for $2 a month, super thanks button, or go over to patreon.com/I-doubt-it-podcast. I'm also on social media, just about everywhere. @Dollemore is where you can find me, and I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine, brace yourself, and take care of one another.